What is up? Welcome. What is up, guys? Good morning. The One Piece is real. Welcome to a day on Riley's. My God, I'm so tired, y'all. But hey, we're here. We're here. Hi. Been on a little bit of a losing streak over the last couple days, so we'll see how well this does. That was an L. Literally 100 ranking. I'm so garbage right now. I'm so garbage today. Fuck. This is not gonna be fun. This is gonna be a bad day.
And 1069, or just in Egghead in general, a lot of newer fans seem to not be as invested as like the older fans for Egghead specifically. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Where it's like I'm seeing people be like, "Yo, it's chapter was mid chapter." I'm like, "Yo, this chapter was fantastic. What are people talking about?" But I realized some of the like newer viewers, they kind of like not as deep in the lore of it. We've finally been introduced to Vegapunk, one of the greatest minds in One Piece, from replicating devil fruits and lineage tractors to climate-changing gadgets and giant robots. One of the greatest minds in One Piece must have one of the largest databases for information, and with the world government sneaking its nose around, he must have one of the greatest firewalls. And if he was in our world, I'm sure he'd use today's sponsor, Private Internet Access. Private Internet Access is the world's most transparent VPN provider with over 30 million downloads. They never report or store user data, and their no-logs policy have been proven multiple times in court. Private Internet Access hides your IP address and encrypts your internet connection. This way, it shields your digital life from the eyes of your internet service provider, network administrators, and government censors. Private Internet Access also comes with loads of entertainment links. This VPN works with all major streaming services, so you can access more content than ever before anywhere in the world. Plus, it's one of the few VPNs that support person-to-person file sharing. This VPN is 100% open source, and their code is public so that anyone can take a look under the hood and examine just how secure and private our service really is. Almost no other VPN is this transparent, and they come with a wide range of payment methods, including credit cards, PayPal, gift cards, and even cryptocurrency.
Can't the future
A
just
lot of these
wait?
guys became fans during the Wano arc too. So
Okay. So like going from Wano and everything that went on there to now, it kind of feels like a drop, I guess.
yeah,
It's like
us OG fans, us
went from,
OG fans love the Straw Hats
Luffy-
together. You know, we love the Straw Hats
No,
together.
for real, for
Luffy
real.
was just
OG
hyped
fans know last
whole
episode
arc,
was
Gear
goated.
5. Some of the
OG
hype
fans
speaks
know
so
last
true.
episode.
I think like going into
Yeah.
this arc, the fall off, like showing a lot of fans.
OG fans are so aware
appreciated that
of
moment.
the absolute legend that was that
Yeah.
last episode.
With
It was
like power scaling perspective, like
very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough, but I mean, I think it's been absolutely fire, and this chapter is no different.
facts.
We can start off with the cover page.
Yeah, 100%. Yo,
we-
Braga, this chapter is probably the best chapter since Law versus Blackbeard. I would say that.
Yeah,
I
agree.
can also agree.
And you know what's,
I
you
can
know what's
also agree.
interesting? I find that interesting
Let's talk about it.
because a lot of One Piece fans will tell you that power scaling ain't important, right? But it seems like the chapters that like blow up or people think are the best ones typically has like some type of power interaction or transformation or bounty, right? Those are the chapters that typically
Go crazy.
blow
Yeah.
up or go crazy. So is it that it matters, or is it just like because we don't get it as often? Because even in this chapter, I remember before the chapter came out, I talked about Rob Lucci not getting one shot and being able to hang with Luffy a little bit, and people were mad. But this was the perspective I took, where I was like, all right, I'm not looking at it from a power scaling perspective because we know what's going to happen from a power scaling perspective. But Oda probably not going to care about that. And it was surprising to see how many people that was caring about power scaling then saying, well, Luffy should one shot Rob Lucci. I'm just like, wait, now we care about power scaling? Now it should be some semblance of continuity there when I'm just like, before y'all ain't care about it? How did y'all perceive that?
Well, I'll be honest here. I feel like me personally, I got into One Piece because of power scaling. Like I got into One Piece watching Marine Ford videos. So
okay, I can see. I get that perspective, and a lot of people did, but they don't want to admit it.
yeah, 100%. They don't want to admit it because they also love the reveals too, like the shocking theories and reveals and like Im-sama and like stuff like that, where like people's are getting like their ankles broken and whatnot. But personally, I believe power scaling will always be a thing in One Piece because we don't see a lot of fights, like major fights.
Yeah.
Like we get a lot of teasers, we get a lot of clashes, so we're hungry to see that kind of content.
Yeah, I think it's a lack of fights in One Piece that make, because like when you think about power scaling, hype always comes with it, like on the side. Like we look at these bounties, these legends. It's like, oh, how strong are they? They got a 5 billion berry bounty, but I think it's mostly pertaining to hype, because even with the reveal in this chapter, it's not hype because it's like, oh yeah, the secret about devil fruits have been revealed. there's not hype. There's just like it's just mystery, more mystery. So I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
that's what's happening here with like a lot of these new chapter reveals that we're getting here. It's good, but not as hype.
Hey, I think it's absolutely
Oh, it is
insane.
insane.
With
Exactly.
Mads, with let's start a cover story with Mads. It seems like okay, so the scans are saying Lufeld. I know for a fact in Dressrosa the official was saying
Dufeld,
Dufeld.
yeah.
So we got to see what the official says, but I guess we can say Lufeld here. But this seems like it's a flashback, right? And I'm not sure if I guess he was the sponsor of Mads back in the day. How did y'all perceive this cover page? Because it was a little confusing.
Yeah.
Well,
be
you can go.
honest-
You can go, Pharaoh.
Yeah, he's the loan shark dude, right? Dufeld.
Right.
To be honest, I
Mhm.
didn't think much of it. I just thought like maybe he stole one of the ships that they had before because maybe Mads was loaning
The
money
homie's
to
about
him,
to
and like he took his property back.
lose this
and
game
he
if he
just
doesn't
stole
watch
it or
out.
something. That's what I was kind of thinking happening here. But it looks like it's either a flashback or it's right now.
I think I might
think
get
it's
this
right
one.
now.
I don't
If
know.
I
It's
can
hard
play
to
it
say.
tomorrow.
It's
Yeah,
hard to
look,
say.
people
saying
think
it's a
people think it's a
flashback.
flashback because his character got exploded, I think, or like killed by
Yeah, but
Stussy or something.
he didn't die though, right?
Yeah,
Or
I
something.
We
Yeah,
don't
we
know
don't know.
because she got on.
Yeah,
him,
you
right?
should
Yeah.
got him. Yeah.
And the thing is,
Mads-
the thing is, Mads is over now, so it's like
True.
It's-
true.
I mean, let's be honest. Shigan is one of the more devastating attacks. He got 2 bodies. Didn't Izo die from
He
a
did.
Shigan?
He did.
So we gotta be careful. So maybe he did die. We gotta wait and see. But yeah, Mads is now it doesn't exist. But I'm thinking like if it is now, that means he has the ship. He's still rolling around the
Yeah.
ship. So a flashback makes sense. That it's crazy to see the advertisement on the side presented by Lufeld. Like 100%. Like this
Yeah.
dude is like he's the person that's sponsoring it, and so like he's like I need my name on the
Yeah.
side.
and you guys remember like watching TV shows, you would see like people like the start of a flashback, they'll kind of like have that bubble and then go into the flashback. So last chapter we had like them thinking back on Mads, Caesar, and Judge. So it looks like this is now the actual flashback.
So we're gonna get the Mads flashback. I mean, it would make a lot of sense getting the Mads flashback here. And remember last time, right? We saw the Blackbeard and them going
Means I'm
for
guaranteed
tying
at least
into
one
the
of
actual
them.
story.
Exactly.
It'd be insane if we saw like what was going on with Mads ties into the actual story for what's going on in
The only way for him to do
Vegapunk.
it is if he
If
takes
they
that
get into
pawn.
lineage factors and how they
That's puts me in
basically
the check.
the core of even what the Seraphim could be. That would be dope. And I think that's where Oda was going with it.
Yeah.
So definitely a
And
flashback.
and Ichiro Oda has been like, how to say this, a lot of times now lately he's been making the cover story like relevant to the actual story. Like
Yeah.
he did it with like Caribou and X Drake and all that happened there.
Recently with
He did-
Kuzan as well.
Bartolomeo, he did it with Bartolomeo too, and now he's even doing it like to the same chapter. Kuzan putting the same chapter. So I think it's the final saga. Yo. He's trying to
Yeah, he's
make
trying to
things connect.
jumble everything up and
He's
just
che- I don't want to say cramming information, but he's like, you know
Here
what I'm
and the
saying?
clock
Yeah.
starts
I'm
ticking.
trying to make sure that we get everything that we need. So it's somewhat of a concise story. If once we get to the chapter, last chapter left off with Luffy seeing Rob Lucci, right? I'm not sure if you all saw the thing on Twitter.
I'm gonna walk
Yeah,
down
the
his
The dude drew
fucking
this diagram.
his
just
rook
that-
or
the dude
whatever.
drew the diagram that showed.
I'm
to make
gonna
it seem
walk
like
him
Rob Lucci
down.
used Conqueror's hockey. That's why Luffy was sweating. Hilarious.
I'm playing unhinged chess today. My
So
goal
Luffy
is to
sees
stress
Rob
these
Lucci,
people out as much as
And
possible.
I like Chopper's reaction because we have a Chopper. I'm sure Rob Lucci, there's nightmares there.
Sure.
But what do y'all think about that interaction? Because they throw a little joke in there because Rob Lucci's like, "What are you talking about?" Luffy's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, this is a government island, right? He's like, "Oh, I'm the one that shouldn't be here." And then of course Luffy gets mad that he basically punched
Wait.
Atlas, and Atlas is the one that fed him.
I can't
how do y'all
believe
feel
that
about that
I
interaction
just
in this
fucking
podcast?
did this
Well,
shade.
to be honest here, that interaction, it just made me think about Annie's lobby.
Fuck.
It was like a callback, pretty much.
Nah,
And like how to say this,
Dude,
like,
I am
how
not
to
in
say
the
this,
chess
like,
mindset today.
pretty much.
I don't
Annie's
think
lobby, Rob Lucci, Luffy.
changing the stream.
Like it's
we
it makes you
are
think back on
we are
where they are
going
now,
to
pretty
something
much, you know, like
different.
how
We
they're
are
interacting now.
far
It's
they've
been
gone.
700 chapters
we
ago.
are
They were
not.
introduced. Lucci
We
was
are going to
introduced. You know.
something different.
Yeah, I
Hold
think
on.
one of the
Hold
things
on.
that
What
I
are we
like
playing? What are we playing
most
this
about One
morning?
Piece
Are we
is,
doing
like,
balloons this morning?
meeting.
I got tired of balloons
Meeting
yesterday.
like villains.
I did like
through
doing
time
that.
skip. Rob Lucci was
But it
one,
really
if
slowed him
not
down.
the biggest villain pre-time skip in in the Straw Hats perspective. So like this encounter here was like it just brings back memories, man, of like Enies Lobby and those two meet.
We're going to Rocket League.
This was
Yeah,
it was a cool moment, and it's like nostalgia factor as well.
no, it really felt good. It really felt good seeing Rob Lucci again. I know every time we saw Rob Lucci in the story, it was cool because it's like we remember everything we went through with him in Enies Lobby Water 7. And so for it coming full circle here, even with Kaku being there is great. And I think what I loved the most about this moment was that it was almost like a reminder, like, hey, bro, Luffy's an emperor, right? It was, you had Kaku saying, all right, Lucci, there's the Straw Hat Pirates, they got Bonnie, but Luffy's an official emperor now.
Yep.
We cannot engage with him without orders. I'm like, okay, that's mind blowing considering where we came from, right? But Luffy don't care. Luffy's like, yo, take Bonnie, Jinbei. I got this, right? And Stissy and Rob and Kaku's like, yo, we gotta contact the Navy. We gotta talk to them because this could start a war. We can't do something like this. And then Luffy, he sees Atlas, and now he's mad because you know what I'm saying. He's like, we can't do that. Then we get into Rob Lucci versus Luffy, but before that, we get some Marine stuff. And the Marines, they finally know that the Straw Hats are on Egghead, and of course, Akaino's behind the desk again. How do y'all feel about this entire interaction, knowing Kizaru as well is on his way to Egghead?
Now this is hype because I feel like every time they show the Akainu,
actually
he's always
gonna-
like telling Kizaru, "Chill, bro.
I'm
There's
going
too
to-
much.
Yeah,
too much
yeah.
going on. Don't leave HQ." But
Too much at stake.
but finally we come to a point where it's like Akainu, Kizaru is not even in the scene. He's already gone. So we already know
Yeah.
things have been initiated. So this was great actually seeing like, someone's actually on the move, Kizaru. And Akainu, well, he's still, hothead as usual, but I think he's more level-headed than a lot of people would think. But yeah, Kizaru going to Wano is Egghead is actually insane. Definitely hype.
Okay, I'm
for
gonna
sure.
stop.
I feel like